Hello, my LinkedIn family. I hope you are well. Hamas Siddiqui from Canada, again with my live session. Uh, and today's topic is very interesting. Interesting because it's recent, it's very latest. Today, LinkedIn, um they have a special feature, hashtag get hired. Andrew Seaman is the editor of that feature. They have issued a survey, a report suggesting that the job market dynamics are changing. Well, the dynamics started changing when the COVID hit, but at that time the job market went dry, completely dry. Nobody knew what the situation will be. Will the job um seekers find something of their interest? Will these companies will be hiring more people or will be firing more people? A lot of people during the process lost their jobs, and some are still struggling. Well, a lot of people are still struggling. But this is an interesting survey done by LinkedIn, which is the most effective platform on this earth at the moment as far as job seekers are concerned, company looking for talent is concerned, building your knowledge is concerned, building your influence is concerned. LinkedIn is the platform. So I will be speaking about this survey and will share some thoughts around this survey with you. We have few people already online. Can you please share your location? Where are you watching this live session from? Your city and your country, maybe, so that I know who is out there and watching this live session with me, and maybe we will engage you in some discussion, and we would seek your input to uh, this chat. So, can you please share where are you watching this session from, and we'll take it on from there. So, in the meantime, um, while you're suggesting, while you're commenting, I will quickly go back and Hassan, you're a very regular um, viewer of my session. Thank you very much for viewing. I'm sure you get some interesting information of the session. Um, hope uh, Fahad from Toronto. Fahad, how are you? Pretty gloomy. Pretty gloomy. Yesterday was a bit brighter. Pretty gloomy today, and it's getting colder. So yeah, interesting times for us. And maybe, hi, Mateen from Karachi. Mateen is a very dear friend of mine. When I wrote my book, Bootstrapping Your Career, um he's the one who actually uh, presented me with some sketches for my book. You know, I think about those were about 10 or 12 different pen with you. So we have people from Karachi, from Toronto watching this session. Can I request whoever is watching is to kindly press the share button that you see so that this live session reaches out to a wider community. In the meantime, I will also try to share it with other people so that we have few more people joining in. And often people do not know about the live sessions and they miss out on these sessions, and they send me inboxes later on that, can we see the recording of these sessions or not. So just bear with me. Uh, Let's see who is out there. Just bear with me for a minute. You're welcome, Hamza. You've been very kind. You have been a true inspiration for me to continue. And Hamza does humor, so he sketches a lot of humorous things, and coins some interesting um, terminologies around these things. So I really appreciate him for his creativity, and well, the creativity is the key thing for us. We everybody enjoys creativity, something new, something interesting, and while while we are still waiting for people to join us, um, I am just sharing uh, sharing the link of this video with few people who might be interested in in watching this session. So just maybe one more minute. All right. So yeah. So who do we have now? We have people from different parts of the world. The world has shrunk. Um, People are Shamik, you're watching from Toronto. Great. Um Fahad and Shamik is from this patch of the world, watching this live session from Toronto, which is great. So the job search dynamics. How is the market like? What is changing? Um, Ali is watching from Saudi Arabia. Thank you very much, Ali, for joining in. So we have Saudi Arabia, we have Peshawar, we have Karachi, we have Toronto. If you really want to make your presence feel, Mohsen from Toronto. This is uh, Hamas Siddiqui from Canada, Ontario, Canada. I do LinkedIn profile optimization, so I keep a very pretty. Manoj, thank you, UAE, joining in from UAE. So I try to keep a close eye on the job dynamics, what is happening, and because I mentor and I work with a lot of newcomers to Canada, help them, of course, on a fees-based service, uh, optimize their LinkedIn profile so that they could attract more job opportunities while in Canada. See, the job market, as we discussed earlier in the session, went completely dry at the beginning of COVID-19 lockdown. Internet is playing a little bit today. I don't know why. Anyway, so with smaller businesses going offline, a lot of companies Then again, shutting down only essential people were required to physically attend the office. Rest were either working from home or were laid off. But recently, the survey that LinkedIn has published, it's a very recent survey, only published today. It says that the confidence level amongst job seekers has increased, and they are more positive about finding job opportunities in the marketplace. Same thing goes with the companies. Companies have also, I think, adjusted to the new norm. They had done what they had to do, so they. Walaikum Salam, Shakil Saab, my dear friend, my mentor, Shakil Ahmed. Um, so, so companies have also kind of adjusted to this new norm, as I was saying, and they now exactly know what kind of people they're looking for. So the $100 million question here is, if not 100, at least $1 million question is that what kind of jobs are out there and who will have better chances of getting hired. These are the two things that I would like to ask you, my family, which I'll just put this question also. Who will have better chances of getting hired and what new skills? Mm, let's look at this one question first, I think. It's Sheikh Mamoon from Pakistan. So, Walaikum Salam. So, Sheikh Saab, today's question is, and I'm actually discussing LinkedIn survey which has just come out today. Shahzad, hi Shahzad. Shahzad is one of my clients. I'm working on his LinkedIn profile. He's based in Toronto, but has over 26 years of uh, massive experience. So Shahzad and myself are planning to start more like a dialogues like live sessions for people to kind of discuss these things. Um, so yeah, so today's question is based on whatever the outcome of the survey was, that the confidence level among job seekers has increased. Um, this is LinkedIn survey which has come out today under their feature called hashtag Get Hired. So who will have better chances of getting hired? Can I pick your brains? What kind of people will be in a better position to uh, find an opportunity out there? Thank you, Shazad. You're great too. Thanks for appreciating. I think these small efforts will go a long way for actually, both. For me, as a business, it's important to stay engaged with people and present them with some ideas around job search dynamics, and what they can do with their LinkedIn profile. And if they ask me to do it professionally, of course, that also benefits the whole scheme. But the preliminary benefit goes to whoever is watching and whoever is joined my LinkedIn session. So thank you very much. Um, all right, Ali Bakar suggests that more experienced people will have better opportunities to find jobs. Um, this is one concept. Strong leaders. Well, of course, Shazad, you're talking about Canadian experience thing, and of course, disruptive leaders. Yes. Anybody else would like to contribute to this thought? Sheikh Saab, would you like to shed some light? Manoj or Shafi or Mohsen? Yes, I'm just scrolling down. Shamik, if you're still around, can you please shed some light? What will be the opportunities? I'm putting the question back. Who will have better chances of getting hired? in the new situation where companies are now hiring, and some companies are really crazy hiring. So, and job seekers are more confident on on their at least efforts of, they're confident about their efforts, and they're confident that they will hopefully be hired. Um, let's see if anybody has any thoughts. If not, then I will share what I have learned in the past few weeks of my research. Um, and some of the thoughts have been with me for years now. I mean, this is something which is almost proven. So let's see if anybody is interested. There are 17 people, 18 people online. Um, and may I request anybody who is watching this session, can you please press share button? There's a share button before the thumb button. Uh, Before the thumb button, there's a share button. If you press that button, this live session will reach to more people. All right, Mohsen says, whoever is actively networking and showing their skills set to potential hiring manager. Great. Shamik from Toronto, she says, candidates who are willing to improve their competencies, networking on LinkedIn and in real life. Great. So now we have a few thoughts. I'll just go back to my question um, so that people could, whoever is joining now, would still see what we are discussing. And this is really, really important. Why is it important? Because those who are out of job, looking for a job, and those who are looking to change careers, this discussion and this report, which LinkedIn has just published, is really, really important for those people. And by the way, I asked Andrew Seaman, who is the editor for Get Hired, about the demography of this survey. So this survey is mainly focused at the US market, so North American market predominantly. But he told me that there are a number of editors based in different countries that are continuously doing their research. And LinkedIn, which with its very strong artificial intelligence and machine learning capabilities, churns tremendous data, and they have tremendous data to sort of quantify what they're saying. So we must take it seriously. And I always suggest that if you're looking for a job now, if you're looking to grow in your job, looking to change your career, there are certain things that you really need to be watching or doing. Number one, be proactive. Be proactive means that learn new skills, build your skills, show off, improve your LinkedIn profile, optimize it. If you don't know how to optimize it, you may be able to contact me. I will. And I mean, by the way, there are tons of resources available online about LinkedIn profile and its importance. Have your CV updated. In North America, particularly ATS CV or CVs that are application tracking system friendly are the CVs that are required. In North America, mostly cover letters are required to go with CV. So you need to know exactly what kind of information should go in CV or resume, as we call it here, or how we should draft a powerful or what we call killer um, cover letter. So these are some of the things that you should be really doing proactively. Uh, the, and of course, you should look for a job. Those who are out of job, for them, job search should be a full-time job. So they should really be spending seriously at least 4 to 5 hours online looking for opportunities, because you learn things. And in number of cases, you have to redefine your position. So you're doing one thing, but if that certain sector has gone dry, what are the things that you can still do and project? Believe me, people are looking for solution providers. In situation like this, And this is my take on this whole thing. I hope um, you will stay with me and take take these suggestions, and then we can, of course, discuss it online if you're interested. Number one, you have to bank on your skills. You cannot really only push your experience, because in most of the cases, uh, well, in a number of cases, let me tone it down a little bit. Your experience is not that relevant. Your skills are. So you should be able to differentiate between your skills and your experience. This is a mantra that I always chant, and you always talk to my mentees and my and people I coach, is that differentiate, learn to differentiate between your skills and your um, experience. Yes, Shazad, transferable skills, absolutely. So companies are struggling. Remember that. I mean, small businesses are shutting down with the second wave across the globe almost. Um, Small business is very, very difficult to survive. And small businesses hire a lot of people. A lot of family businesses hire a lot of people, particularly, temping jobs and all that. So what they're looking for is one person who can fix their issues, who is a solution provider. But at the same time, when you're doing your resume, you cannot really put everything in. So you have to decide on what are some of the 4 or 5 broad things that you would like to mention in your resume. And people who would do that would have a better chance of tapping into these opportunities. The other factor is the recruiters market. So in North America, in the West, recruiters are looking for people. And think about it. In this situation, recruiters are, you know, overwhelmed with the kind of CVs and requests that they are receiving. It is very, very difficult, humanly difficult, to keep a track and remember who sent you a CV yesterday, who would probably be uh, probably is a fit for a job that a recruiter received today, an assignment. So in that case, if we are really interested, then we have to target those recruiters and target the hidden job market. And now hidden job market is the market where recruiters mostly, headhunters, and even some employers and their staff are putting in the job opportunities on places like LinkedIn or Facebook, right? So if we could tap into that market, there is potentially a lesser competition for people. If you look at one of the jobs, any job literally on LinkedIn, and just go and look at how many people have already applied before you. Uh, Particularly jobs that are relatively easier to do. So maybe look for titles that are more sort of more technical or more difficult, unusual titles. A lot of jobs are out there, particularly Shazad, since you are in the leadership game. For leadership, there are certain jobs that are, weirdly advertised, if I may put it this way, weirdly advertised. So you have to kind of build your, um, kind of align yourself to that job, and these jobs are just the titles are weird. The jobs are not that weird. But the company is looking for somebody who is maybe looking at this. So if we could do that, then of course the opportunities are better for us. Then young people will find more jobs because young people can work in fulfillment centers, for instance, Amazon. I know I live in Durham region. Amazon is building up a huge facility here. There will be 2,000, I think about 2,000 jobs created. Just so, looking at Canada's population and looking at Durham region, if there are 2,000 jobs, that's a very large number of jobs. And I think they're coming up with another center in Brampton, in the west of Toronto, towards the west of Toronto. So fulfillment jobs, supply chain jobs, people who can prove that they can work from home. So they have built their capacity and understanding to work from home will find jobs easier. Now, how many people actually put in to their CV or in their cover letter that they are willing to work from home. Everybody thinks, you can't really put that, but think about it. That is right, Shazad. You have to do that. You actually used a very good word, mining for a job, and network based. So this is an easy way. But at the end of the day, everybody is going to come and look at your resume, look at the cover letter if it is needed, look at your LinkedIn profile before they contact you. So your network is really important. Unless there is one-on-one thing, someone, there is a job, and that person directly speaks to you. That's something different. But mining for a job is really, really important. So try to experiment with this thinking. Is that in your resume? If you say, if you want to experiment with that, mention that you are willing to work from home and you have the capabilities required to work from home. So if you can present that scenario, the chances are brighter, because a lot of jobs are now home-based jobs. Even a lot of IT jobs, a lot of customer service jobs are all have all shifted to like home-based job opportunities. So yeah, with this, if there are any questions, I'll be happy to share those questions, and then we can discuss those questions also briefly. My usual sessions are around 25 to 30 minutes. We are almost up 30 minutes, but we can still chat if there are any questions on the topic. What we discussed today basically was a report by LinkedIn. LinkedIn #GetHired. They issued a report today suggesting that the job market sentiments have improved significantly, and there are job seekers out there who are more confident that they will find jobs. But the bigger question is, who will have better opportunity to find jobs? Jagdeep, you say, how to back projects for supply chain if full-time jobs are not available. I don't understand that. Believe me, one of the biggest sector where transformation is taking place. Well, there are three key sectors if you do a deeper research. Sector number one is healthcare. Healthcare, a lot of transformation is taking place post-COVID. Education, think about it. Did we ever thought that the schools will not open, the universities will only conduct online classes? No. So that is a big transformation. And a third big transformation is supply chain. I know a friend of mine who is one of the top supply chain blogger globally, based in Dubai. We spoke regularly, and I worked with him for 4 years on his own branding and sort of on his project, one of the project he was doing, which now is, by the way, 2.5 million, close to $300,000 project. So hopefully by the end of next year, it will be $1 million project, the evaluation. And he suggests that there are tons of job opportunities and work opportunities around. So you have to really look at your own skills. How do you present those own skills is the key. The breaking point in this whole scenario is how do you present those skills. I don't really see supply chain being a sector where jobs have gone dry. I think in higher the risk, supply chain is the sector that would ensure that we get our food, we get our supplies, we get our furniture, home appliances, medicines. So supply chain is really key to all this. You have to probably dig deeper and see exactly what are the missing point in your own scenarios. But thank you very much for your question, Jagdeep. I really appreciate it. Where are you watching from? Can you please put your country or city there? Any more questions? Shahzad, if you're still with us. All right, so yeah. Since there are no more questions, or maybe let me just scroll down and see if there are more questions around us. Nope. Or maybe there's a delay. Um, there's a delay in this feed. Maybe there's a delay in this feed. Yeah, Shahzad, you're here, right? So, Shahzad, do you have access to? All right, Jagdeep, Kolkata. All right, Shahzad, do you have access to a camera here? If you have, then maybe just for a couple of minutes we can experiment how this thing works. But if it has to be on a laptop, you can't really use your mobile phone to uh, connect with Restream, because it doesn't really like mobile phones still. So I'm just sending you. Sending you a link. If you can, just click on this link and see if you can join in. And so just sent you a link, Shahzad, and see if you can join in through the link. And it's a great opportunity to experiment. Shahzad, yes, consultancy is a business which will never die. Remember that. What we need to do is that do we have we built our trust? Do we have the right community where we could present ourselves? Do we have content to present ourselves? What are the tools that? Oh yes, Shahzad, you are here. All right, so I'm just Shahzad Gidwani is with me. I'm just bringing him on live, and let's see how it works.
Yep, it works.
Hey Shahzad, you're online. Great.
Yeah, it worked.
Let me just. The only trick will be to maybe to see how our microphone works, and how if this is something that works without muting the microphone. So thank you very much, Shahzad,
Pleasure.
for joining us. And
Can you hear me?
yes, absolutely, we can hear you. Hear you
Okay,
there.
excellent.
Great. So maybe ideally when we do the formal session, quote unquote formal session, you'll have to
Yeah,
keep your like laptop right in, like
yeah.
aligned.
I'm using my iPad right now.
All
When we
right.
do the formal session, it'll be on the laptop for sure. Yeah,
Yeah. So great.
I'll be
So
better prepared. Yeah, so
yeah. No, I just wanted to see, since you were here, I thought, if you're available, then we can experiment and then see
yeah.
how it goes. So no, wonderful. Thank
Yes.
you very much. And your question about consultancies. Consultancies will always be there. What we need to do is to tap into those opportunities. So yesterday, because I've been building my cloud, I've been like building gradually. More people know me in the community here in Toronto and elsewhere, in Dubai and Saudi Arabia and all that. Yesterday, I signed up for a project with someone I spoke a year ago, and that someone is actually been uh, doing consultancies for several years. And this person spoke to me a year ago, but was never sure that I would actually be able to deliver what I promised. But
Okay.
yesterday, she came to me, and she said, "Okay, this is this opportunity. I'm working with this person on personal branding, but can you take on this piece of work, um, and we can work with together and share the pie. And so that's it. We are working together. It took me a year. So
Yeah.
you have to be consistent. So for people like you, who have done wonders globally, tons of opportunities. What
I
would
guess
you
it's
have
just
to do?
tapping them, right? Just tapping them and finding them.
Yeah, building your trust, working with the community, uh, and it all, see, everything is gradual. You cannot really have, even in business, in career, exponential growth straight away. It has to be,
Baby
uh,
steps.
yeah, baby steps and incremental growth, and eventually, when people get to know you, they recognize you, then the situation changes. Um, so what would you like to do as a consultant? What would you are gamed for?
Oh, so if I had to be a consultant, would be a consultant for leadership purposes, for HR, getting the right people for the right job, marketing, both digital and non-digital, traditional marketing. The list goes on. I can
Yeah,
be a consultant for telecom, for luxury. I've launched networks all over the world, sold the most expensive watches all over the world. So it's pretty vast. So
yeah. So, but in a nutshell, as we discussed earlier, also we need to identify exactly, what are the couple of things or three things maybe that we would like to experiment with going forward. So when I
leadership,
started
marketing,
this,
sales,
yeah, sales and marketing.
and
Uh,
leadership.
well, the leadership is, of course, the overarching theme
Combined.
for
Yeah.
somebody like at your position. But when I
And I would say
started,
team building.
sorry.
Team building?
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, of course, underneath HR, there will be team building, job coaching and all that. Uh,
Yeah.
so when I started this thing, commercially doing LinkedIn profile optimization, I was ridiculed by so many people. My own friends and my family they were not sure that, what the hell is he doing? He's been doing um, what top level leadership jobs throughout his life, and now he's doing something which he. So they all assumed that I did not know it, right? But I was doing it for passion for so many years, but nobody realized it. Uh, and gradually, now they see me busy. Now they see me calls coming in. I'm doing like live sessions with people, one on one, and all that, and that really surprises them. So this is just your close family, and your own thinking. You have to be really confident in what you really want to do, and kind of develop a scheme of things before implementing it. So that's a great idea. What do you say? If we just jump into it, or if we develop a strategy, what will be the key difference in the two scenarios?
Okay. I think if you hit the ground running, as you say, jump into it, you're going to come into a lot of roadblocks, yeah, which could be discouraging. But if you plan it out, phase it out, I think then you would actually learn and grow, in bits and pieces.
Yeah, and when you put all these bits and pieces together, you build a uh,
Yeah, either you build a tower or you build a building. It's up to you.
yeah, 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 yeah. No, great. So I think this is a great lesson for anybody who's watching this. I don't know how many people are still with us, um, but this live session will be available on my channel. And Shahzad, if you would like to share it, just click the share button. It will be on your profile also for people to see
Okay.
to see it. And this is what it is. You have to really plan. Work like a startup. What they do, like a design startup. They start with a drawing board. They sit on a drawing board. They sketch a few pictures, few scenarios, and they try to kind of relate everything to those scenarios and the output of those scenarios. And based on that, they decide which is the better path to take. And once they have that path, then they build the process to reach
Yeah,
to.
it's like building a marketing plan, or a launch plan for a new product. I mean, that's how you would do it. You'd get
Yeah.
down and brainstorm first, and put all the pieces of the puzzle together. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So with this, we are already 40 minutes in the session, and hopefully, I'm looking at a date. There are a couple of things, Shazad, in the pipeline for next week. I'm just trying to kind of find a sweet spot, if we may call it, for
Sure.
both of us to come online and discuss these fascinating things that you and I can bring to the audience for their benefits, basically. Uh,
Correct.
these sessions will be educational for them, for us also, because whoever is joining in, we will learn from them. Uh,
Absolutely. Yeah.
all right, so thank you very much.
Thank
Um,
you.
Thank you for joining in. I am putting Shahzad backstage now. Thank you, Shahzad. And Hamas Siddiqui signing off from Ajax, Ontario. Hopefully you all enjoyed the session and you had learned few new things. Uh, if you're looking uh, proactively to improve your LinkedIn profile, to tap into better opportunities, you can always contact me and maybe try some tutorials which are available in thousands online and get benefit of this LinkedIn profile. LinkedIn, so today's number I just shared with you 722 million people on LinkedIn. 722 million people on LinkedIn. So if your profile does not stand out, you may be less than a drop in the ocean. Think about it. Thank you very much. Hamas Sadiq is signing off. Hope to see you again. Bye bye.